Hey friends, a couple things I want to talk to you about your to-do list. Number one, using a to-do list is actually keeping you from getting things done. Number two, using a to-do list actually reduces your income. I know that sounds crazy. Let's take a look at what's going on. This is just an average to-do list. And any day you're probably going to be emailing or scheduling, rescheduling, writing a report or whatever it is. The first thing I want you to notice is that when you spend time on one of these tasks, let's say that you're spending some time emailing. While you're spending that block of time emailing, what isn't getting done? Well, about 27 other things aren't getting done while you're emailing. The second thing I want you to notice is that when you check that thing off your to-do list, while temporarily it gives us this rush of endorphins, but dopamine, we're like, man, look at me, I checked something off my list, I'm making a difference, but actually no, because since we spent our time doing that item, what that means is tomorrow we'll have to spend our time doing that item again. So it doesn't actually move the ball forward. It just kind of has us in that gerbil state where we're on the wheel, do all this activity, but we're not really going forward. Now, the second thing I want you to notice about your to-do list is if you're to pull your to-do list out or even just think of it on the top of your head, think of something on that list that you couldn't outsource, delegate for more than 20 bucks an hour. When I work with leaders and business owners and they think of their to-do list, usually everything on there could be outsourced or delegated to somebody else for about 20 bucks an hour. So what that happens is because we're so excited to get things done and check things off our to-do list, at the end of the day, sometimes it feels like we just spent our day doing somebody else's job because we realize that most of those things somebody else should be doing. Because while we're doing those things, we're not really doing the one thing that life is calling us to. The one thing that we know that if we were to do that would make the biggest difference. When you wake up in the morning, usually it's clear on your heart the one thing that life's calling you to, that if you'll do that, it'll make the biggest difference. And for many people, that one thing is so specialized, it has so much expertise in it that they couldn't possibly delegate it to anybody else. If they were, it would cost them a lot of money. So here's what you do instead. Start your day with the one thing that you know life is calling you to do. You don't need a to-do list to tell you about it. End your day with the 2,700 things on a to-do list that somebody else should probably be doing. If you'll do that, if you'll start your day that way, it won't be long before you have all the money you need to delegate everything else, because the thing that life is calling you to usually is the thing that pays the most. What we tend to do is we wake up with that feeling in our heart of what life's calling us to. We're all excited to do it. We sit down at our desk, we pull out our to-do list, and immediately our attention is pulled away from what life is calling us to. And we say, you know what? It's really important that I spend time writing, or really important that I spend time making those prospecting calls. So what I'm going to do is clear a couple hours of my afternoon where I can really focus on that. So we go to work checking things off, check. The later the day goes, the more emergencies crop up. The next thing you know, it's 4:30, 5:30 in the afternoon. Oh man, I'm just tired and don't have the energy. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow morning, I'm going to work on that thing. Tomorrow morning comes and we start the cycle all over again. To break the to-do list curse. It's an illusion. It keeps you from getting things done and it lowers your income. To break that, start your day with what life is calling you to, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes. End your day with these other things. If you'll do that, I promise it won't be very many days before you have all the income you need to outsource everything else. I'll see you tomorrow, my friend.